Hey there, welcome to the latest episode of the Sexy Thyroid Solution. I'm your host, Angela Brown. So today I want to talk about how the liver can impact your thyroid. But first, if you could do me a really big favor, if you're watching this on YouTube, if you could go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and then you're going to hit the little bell so you get a notification every single Thursday when I release my new videos. And if you're watching this on Instagram or on Facebook, do me a big favor as well and share this. Maybe tag someone who could benefit from this information. So let's go ahead and dive in and talk a little bit about what you can do for your liver and why it is so important for your thyroid. So one of the modules that I talk about a lot is detoxification in my thyroid program. And one of the big reasons that I bring this up is because it's one of those things that it's not really discussed, especially if you go to the doctor. They don't really talk to you about how your liver health will affect your thyroid. So whether you have a diagnosis of hypothyroidism or not, whether you've been to a doctor or not that has ever even told you this, it's really important to make sure that your liver is functioning properly because it does directly impact your thyroid. So how does it do this? Your thyroid makes up two different hormones. It makes T4, it makes T3. So T4 is your inactive thyroid hormone, and T3 is your active thyroid hormone. So what happens is you only make about 20% of the active thyroid. You make about 80% of T4, which is the inactive. So you need to have this conversion. And I've talked a lot about conversion, but you have to have this conversion over from T4 to T3. So a large percent of this conversion actually happens in your liver. So if your liver is bogged down, then what happens is that conversion is actually going to be less and less. I will say that the majority of the people that I see that are having thyroid issues, it actually usually is a conversion issue. And the tricky part with this is it's sometimes hard to see this on a blood panel. A lot of doctors only run TSH, which is thyroid stimulating hormone, or they might even look at T4. Every once in a while they'll look at T3. But the medication that they usually put you on is T4. So they don't really bother even looking at T3. What I want to see on a full thyroid panel is I need to see all these different numbers because I can actually tell from that, like, okay, well, your T4 doesn't look bad. Your T3 is crap. And your TSH number is actually really elevated. So that means that you're not converting enough over. And I see this pattern happen all the time if I can get someone to have their doctor actually run the full thyroid panel. But the problem, like I said, is most of the time you don't get a full thyroid panel. So it's really hard to see if you're having a conversion issue. But one of the big things that can affect this is your liver health. Because like I said, so much happens in your liver. There's a ton that happens in your liver. But the big one is the conversion of your thyroid hormone. So if that's backed up, which a lot of people have a backed up liver from numerous things, that's going to affect that conversion. So what do you do about it? How do you change this? There's a lot of different ways to do this. One thing that I do want to have you kind of keep in mind is to be very, very leery of these detoxes and cleanses. All my clients, I kind of go over this with them, that I'm not a huge fan of doing detoxes and cleanses unless you actually know what your mineral status is. You can start moving a lot of metals and things around that are present that you don't know are there without having done testing. It can make you feel really sick, very, very sick. And that's why I've had people come to me that said, I tried to do a detox and I was sick as a dog. And I'm like, well, it's probably because you actually had metals present and you didn't know, and your liver was bogged down. So you couldn't excrete them. You couldn't collect the metals to get them out of your body. So you felt really crappy. You just kind of stirred them all up by doing the cleanse. So be very careful with that. I actually only let people do it that are my clients is I want to see what their mineral and metal status is before I even let them do it. And I actually only let them do it under my care where we can kind of control it better. So one thing that you could start doing is start filtering your water. That's a big one. There's a lot of crap in tap water that is just not good for you, and it bogs the liver down pretty badly. So filter it. If you're doing bottled water, there's specific bottled water that I like. If you want more information on that, let me know. I can send you my take on what are the good, safe bottled water. But filtering your water is really, really big. Going through your beauty products, and this is a tough one for females, especially when I start talking in my group, in my program, It's not a fun one to talk about and bring up because a lot of women are like, I don't want to have to do that. I went through it myself. It's a big one though, because your liver can get really bogged down by all the chemicals and all the additives and crap and beauty products. There's so many really, really good brands out there now. You know, years ago, it was few and far between. It was really hard to find good ones that were actually decent. Now, there's a whole bunch out there. There's some really, really good ones where they're taking BPA and all these phthalates and all these nasty things that can bog your liver down pretty badly. They take them out. And so there's a lot of companies that do that now. So really kind of go through your stuff and look at that. And even, you know, make a little list of all your things that you use that are just piled with chemicals, because that can always add up. And again, that's going to affect your thyroid. The other thing is your eating. So obviously when you're eating really, really crappy food, a lot of like trans fats, things that are processed, sugary foods, those are all inflammatory, and those are all really, really bad for your liver. Your liver does not like these things. So kind of watch those as well. And then something else is like even your cleaning products that you're using. If they have a ton of chemicals in them, again, it gets in your system. You know, it can get on your skin. Skin is your biggest organ, so it can get on your skin. It can go through your skin. Anything that gets in your body that your body doesn't like or it's not supposed to be there, it has to go through your liver. So your liver is really, really important, and that's why I talk so much about it, because it gets bogged down, and the first thing that it's going to do is it's going to affect that conversion of your thyroid hormone. So if you have any more questions with this, definitely reach out. Let me know. I am super excited because I am getting ready to launch a group program, my first group program that I'm going to do in January. So if you're interested in that, let me know. And you can get on my list so that if you want more information on this as I'm kind of building it, I will keep you kind of in the loop. But I'm going to have probably a limited space for it because I want it to be more intimate so that I can help kind of along the way. We're going to do live calls. If you can't make it, they're going to be recorded. But I'm really excited about this because I get to do like a bunch of people together, and we can all be there to support each other. And I'm going to be in the group with you. So we can just kind of help each other along the way. So again, if you want more information on that, let me know. Do me a big favor again. If you want to subscribe to my channel, that would help me, and hit the bell so that you get a notification every Thursday. And then if you're watching this on Facebook or on Instagram, share this with someone, tag someone who would benefit from this. So hope you guys have an amazing day, and we'll chat soon on the next video. Bye.